another Comic Geek video. Today I am here to do something similar to what I did last time. Now, if you haven't watched the video, last time I did a review on LEGO Marvel's Avengers, which I think overall is a great game. Today I'm doing something similar. I am doing a review on Ironfall Invasion. This is a rated T game, so viewer discretion is advised. Now, the previous times I recorded this video, I wasn't very organized. I didn't have anything planned. I was just planning on improvising. But I kept forgetting things and was trying to figure out what to say next, how to say it, stuff like that as I was rolling. So this time I've made a little list, and I'm going to go down that list. Now, this game overall is a good game, and it's, in my opinion, worth the price you pay. So there are 3 slots, so 3 different people can play on the same system. This is exclusively digital. There is no card version of this, which I wish there was, because that would save room on my SD, but I'm not going to complain about it. Overall, this is a really good game. Hopefully they release an update to add more stuff, but I'll come back to that later. First, I'm going to start with the campaign mode. Now, this is one of the free to start games, so you can try the game, and if you like it, buy it. If you don't, well, you didn't spend any money. Now, the story mode is overall good. Anyway, as I was saying, overall the story mode is good, however, it has nothing special going for it compared to other shooter games. But if we're comparing shooter games available for this platform, the 3DS / new Nintendo 3DS, then it is pretty special. The story mode is pretty much anything you'd expect from a shooter game taking place in the future where you're playing as a military member. It's really not that special compared to shooter games available for the Xbox or the PlayStation. And its story mode is pretty good. I must say I enjoy it, but its voice acting is awful, and I mean awful. At times you wonder if the characters are even human, because they sound so monotone, which is really just bad. I mean, if you're going to make a game, you want to make the characters seem human, you want to make them relatable, you want to show their flaws, focus on their flaws, because that is what will draw an audience in. That is what you want to focus on, because that will catch people's interest. So they don't really do that all too well, in my opinion, but it's fine. Really what you'd be wanting to get is basically the online mode, which I'll come back to later. Now, the controls are comfortable. It can be a bit difficult at times, depending on what you want to do. If you want to run, you can use the ZR button on the back of the new Nintendo 3DS, or if you have the 3DS, I believe you just double tap the forward on the circle pad, but I found that to be rather difficult. It's not being very cooperative. Same for just turning around quickly. You can't really do that very easily. So if you're not going to use those very often, you're fine. I certainly don't. Now, its health, the character's health is based on his heart rate. Well, his or her heart rate, I should say. And by running, you raise the character's heart rate, which means if you are shot while running, your character doesn't have as much health as if he were walking or staying in place. So try not to run too much is my advice. I don't run very often. The enemies are quite difficult at times. I found them to be a nice challenge, and they look pretty good. The environment looks really good and pretty detailed considering it's a portable system. Now I'm going to move over to the online mode. The online mode overall is pretty decent. It allows you to play with anyone around the world who has this game, whether they're in demo or not. Now, by winning, you earn credits. You start out with, I believe, 25,000 credits. But I haven't found a use for them other than betting, which is pretty unfortunate. I wish they've included like a store for you to spend your credits on weapons, skins, stuff like that, but they didn't. So hopefully they release an update on it, so that way you can buy alternate skins, maybe even the ability to create your own skin, which I would very much enjoy, and I would use quite a bit. It does not allow you to interact with your allies or even your enemies in any way, shape, or form. So you can't even press and hold the down key and select something to say to communicate with your allies or enemies. I would really like a way to communicate with them, so that way I can come up with a strategy and share it with my allies, or even taunt my enemy. That would be quite fun. The most popular mode is basically deathmatch. You have no partners, and you're playing against 5 other players, whereas team fight, you only play with 3 other people, and it's 2 on 2. I wish the amount of players was consistent, but it's fine. Now, this does have a few bonus features. For example, alternate skins, various weapons, and a secondary weapon. Nothing special, but it's fine. Now, there are 2 ways to get the full version. You can pay for the online and campaign modes separately, or you can get them in the pack. Now, if you buy the pack, it is more expensive by 1 cent, but they include something called jukebox mode. I'm not sure what it does. I think it is the ability to play any song in the game just for pleasure. I'm not, but I could be completely wrong. I personally don't have a use for the jukebox mode, so I didn't get the pack. And from what I understand, if you get the pack, you get all these weapons and skins that you would just from buying the online, but they don't say it, so I thought it was excluded. So if it is included, they should have said so, because that is the main reason I bought the online pack alone. The C-stick can be pretty sensitive, so light movements go a long way. I'm not very good at this, but I still enjoy it. So, if you're worse than me, then you can kind of relate, or even if you're just as good as me, but still die a lot, it's still a fun game, and I think you will enjoy it. It provides a decent challenge, and it's much harder to play with my little setup for videos. If you guys enjoy this video, I will create a slot just for making videos. If you enjoyed this video, hit that thumbs up. If you'd like to see more like it, subscribe. And until the end of the video, I will just continue playing for you guys to watch. Oh, before I forget, the rough estimate of the price of the game is $21.